and I tried to start it, and just everything came on, but no engine. Like all the lights and bells and whistles came on, but I got no engine. So I had it towed to the yard, to the garage, and they put a new starter on, and oh wow, it started working. 4 days, and then they did it again.
Okay.
Same thing. No power to, I guess, whatever. No power to anything up there. They checked everything. He says, no, you got good battery, you got good relays, you got everything else is good. He says it appears that it's the starter. So they did the starter, and after that, like I said, it worked a couple of days, and then it stopped and did the same thing again.
Have you checked for diagnostic trouble codes in the computer?
When he did it, they brought it up, everything up on the computer. It had no codes.
Okay. And do you know if you checked the body control module for codes?
Body control module. No, I couldn't tell you that one.
So the way let me explain real quick. The way the starting circuit works is that the ignition switch sends a signal over to the body control module.
Okay.
And then the body control module will then send a signal over to the engine control module over the GM LAN serial high-speed circuit, the communication circuit. And then when the ECM sees the signal from the BCM and all the other inputs are correct, the neutral safety switch and anything else that it's programmed to see, then it will go ahead and activate that starter relay. And then the contacts inside that relay close. It'll send power down to the starter.
Right.
So anything in that circuit that we just talked about can go bad, preventing it from starting. Okay. So as a technician, what I would do is I would hook up a scan tool. I would check for codes in communication in both the engine control module and the body control module. Both are very, very, very important.
Engine and body control module.
Yeah. And it's possible that maybe the BCM isn't communicating, or maybe it is communicating, but it doesn't see either the ignition switch signal, which could be a bad ignition switch, or something else that it doesn't like, and it's not communicating to crank the engine over to the ECM. Or the ECM, maybe it's getting a request from the BCM, but for whatever reason, the ECM isn't sending out a signal to the starter relay. Or maybe it is sending a signal to the starter relay, and the relay maybe it isn't getting a signal, or it is getting a signal and it's not getting down to the starter. So there's a lot going on here. So the easiest way to diagnose this is to plug a scan tool in to check for codes in communication with both the engine control module and the BCM. If we don't know that, I wouldn't go any further really until that's done. You could also, another thing you could do too is you could have an assistant try to start the vehicle and check to see if that starter relay clicks when somebody tries to crank the engine over. You should be able to hear and feel that relay click.
Yeah, like I said, when I step on the brakes, you got to step on the brakes. I hear the brake vibrates a little bit, and I hear a little click in the dash, but that's about it.
Yeah.
It's a very small, light click in the dash, and that's it. Nothing else.
Okay. All right. So I rest my case. That only further supports my theory, right? We don't know what's clicking, do we?
It's all right.
So right now we don't know what's clicking, so we still have to check the starting circuit, and you could even check the inputs to the starter relay. You probably have another relay that's clicking. That would be my guess. So that's actually pretty common to have other relays clicking when you try to start the vehicle. But right now, at this point, you don't need to worry about any other relay except for that starter relay.
Okay. I'll make sure that's working. Okay. All right, so I'm going to have to just take it back to the shop and have them try those two things, right? The engine control module and the body control module.
Well, that's one way. Yeah, you can have a mobile mechanic come out and do this for you, or if you want to purchase a scan tool, you can do this as well. I mean, they have a ton of these scanners on Amazon for a reasonable price, but if you don't want to mess with it, you'll have to have a mechanic do this for you.
Yeah, I think I'm going to go that way. When it comes to electronic stuff, I'm not savvy with.
Okay. Yeah, no problem. The only other thing I could mention or recommend, if you haven't done so already, you could disconnect the battery cables from the battery and rub the cables together for 5 minutes, then reconnect the cables back up to the battery.
Okay.
And
I'll do that. That's simple for me.
Yeah, and what that'll do is that'll discharge all the capacitors and all the modules on board the vehicle. And if we have a locked up module, it might start working once again. You can try that.
Okay, I'll do that.
Just be sure all the fuses are good, okay, my friend?
All right. I appreciate you very much. Thank you for your time.
You bet. You're welcome. Good luck, and let me know if anything comes up, okay?
All right, sir. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Definitely.
Bye-bye.